Good afternoon, everybody. Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergren here. It's just after 2:15 on your Wednesday afternoon. Storm alert day in effect, and for good reason. We've got a line of storms that is now entering the western part of the state as we expected. It's been a windy day as we expected. I just came into the office about an hour ago, and I can tell you it's windy out. Things are blowing around pretty good. We've had gusts already 30 to 40 miles an hour. So that part of the forecast has verified. The next part is the line of storms. Now, the Weather Service earlier today, hopefully you were notified on your Storm Team weather app. We have a tornado watch issued. Now, I want to give you a couple of things here. First and foremost, I'm going to be here through the afternoon watching things for you. If you're on a platform, we're there. The web, our website, fox35orlando.com. TV, traditional linear TV over there on Fox Local, which some of you hopefully are watching us here now on Fox Local on your smart TV, and we'll have updates on social as well through the afternoon. Right now, there's no severe weather in our coverage area, but I still do think we're going to end up with a few severe thunderstorm warnings in Fox 35 territory the rest of the afternoon. Now, in terms of tornado warnings, I think maybe we could get one or two, but I think the chances are really quite low. I think maybe we could have had a severe storm watch issued in place of a tornado watch, and we might even see this replaced with a severe storm watch. These red areas, that's the tornado watch. We might even see that replaced with a severe storm watch from the Weather Service. Either way, the forecast and the communication here is the same. So let me tee you up with the big picture first. That's how I like to do the weather review. We'll start 30,000 feet. We'll come down to your neighborhood. Here's the cold front right now. It stretches from Duval County back to about Pinellas County, then out into the open Gulf. You see this very thin, narrow line of storms and convection along it. Convection being the term for thunderstorms. Now, the air behind this is rapidly switching to the northwest. So behind this, the winds are from the northwest, 20 to 30. Ahead of it, we've got winds from the southwest, 20 to 30 with gusts up to 40. We've had a few showers in this moist flow out of the Gulf the last few hours, but not much. It's really this narrow line of storms that's going to come across the state right in time for the late afternoon rush in Orlando that's going to produce locally some damaging winds, I do think, in some spots. So before we get to the radar view, because there's no active warnings right now, I want to take you on a little tour of some cameras. I was just setting this up before I came on here with you on Fox Local. Now, this is not Wisconsin. This is Clearwater Beach in Tampa, and I'm showing you this because there's a storm that is rotating that's coming in that I think this may be the one we have to watch for the Orlando area in about 2 hours. But here's Clearwater Beach. You can see very rough surf. The camera's shaking. Obviously, there's nobody out on the water. But there's a severe storm coming in, and I'm leaving this up for you for right now because I kind of have a hunch. Let me look on my high-res radar. Yeah, this is just this camera. So this side of the screen over here, there's a storm coming in off the ocean that is really rotating. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually kind of surprised there's no tornado warning for Pinellas County right now. But it's a shame we can't move this the other way. I don't know if Casey, if you're listening to this in your office, if you could see if you could shift this. I don't know if you know you could or not. But I think we might have a water spout visible on camera just up the shore here in Pinellas that's coming in. And there's a severe storm warning now in effect there for Hillsborough and Pinellas County and Tampa, but that's what it looks like on the west coast. On the east coast, here's Daytona. You see the surf is not quite as angry right now. Now, I want to tell you why I think we're still going to have some severe storm warnings this afternoon on our storm alert day. Look at the temperature. Where those storms are right now is about right here. The temperature is 79 in the Villages and 80 in Bushnell. The air where those storms are is not that unstable. It's not that juiced up. It's not that favorable for tornadoes and severe weather. As you get closer to Orlando, look at the temperature. It spikes to 86. There's been some breaks of sun. It's 86 now in Kissimmee, 82 in Sanford. To some of you, you might go, well, what does that make a difference? Just a few degrees. Well, in terms of a thunderstorm, 6 degrees difference Fahrenheit is a lot more energy in the atmosphere for thunderstorms. So as those storms continue to work east, I actually think they will intensify with the lightning and the downpours through the afternoon. They're not going to fall apart. If the temperature was like 65 in Orlando, I'd be telling you here right now, yeah, there's going to be nothing. But that's why I think, and notice right to the beaches too, it's warm even down to the sand at Melbourne and Cocoa Beach. It's in the mid 80s. So it's not like sometimes where we have, you know, the coastal communities 10 degrees plus cooler than Orlando, and these storms wouldn't pose much risk to the beaches. Not the case today. The entire Central Florida community and Fox 35 zone has a risk for storms today, and I think they will make it all the way to the beaches of the East Coast because of that this afternoon. You can see the effect of this front. It's going to get much, much cooler tomorrow. It's just 55 in Nashville, 61 in Atlanta, and all this cool air will come rushing in behind this front as we go through later tonight and then into tomorrow. So here's the storm threats through 7 o'clock tonight. Downpour is still a high threat. I think most people will see rain. I think most people will see some frequent lightning. So that's the most common impact. Some I do think will see damaging wind gusts, 60 plus miles an hour, and there still is a low but non-zero chance for a tornado. Is this going to be an afternoon where we get 4 tornadoes in Central Florida? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But could we get a tornado or two somewhere? Yes, I think that's possible. And I think where that risk may end up becoming most possible, how do I want to say this better? The small chance it does exist for a tornado, I think that may end up occurring in a very densely populated part of Central Florida, right close to Orlando. I think the storms will reach their peak intensity actually right along I-4. So if we were to get a brief tornado in that low chance, I think it would be in areas right close to the city in about 2 to 3 hours. So that's why I want to make sure you're aware and staying safe here, and I'm watching things for you, of course, through the afternoon. And that's why we've got that tornado watch in effect. So let's take you on a little radar tour here on Fox Local. So here's the area view here. Now let me pull up our exclusive Fox 35 Orlando radar with the blue sweep here. You can see there's a few showers out ahead of this. There's a little shower here near Harmony, a little shower here right over 528 going down the Turnpike. There's a little shower, or going down 528, excuse me. There's a few showers here in Brevard, just to the west of the Brevard Zoo, and there's a little shower out here on the Cape, but none of this is strong or severe even right now. To the west, it's kind of interesting. We've got showers and storms that are forming ahead of the line, and if that continues to be the case, those showers and storms ahead of the line may zap the energy out of the atmosphere for severe weather. So that's something we're going to have to watch, but you can see there still is some pretty good lightning here coming towards Pittman and Altoona in the next couple of minutes, then also up to a Bunnell, a downpour coming in. But let me show you the Tampa radar, because that's going to give you a much better representation at this moment of this. So here we go right now. We've got our first severe storm warning of the afternoon. Now, this is outside of our area, but this is for Hillsborough County, and that goes till 2:45. And there is some rotation in there. Let me see if I can get this to where I want to show you. When you look at velocity data the rest of the afternoon, if you're watching me and you're on here on our stream on our website from the Midwest, you probably already know this. And even if you're an avid hurricane follower, hopefully you know this. But if you're not familiar, let me give you a quick reminder, short and sweet. When we show you velocity data, wind on radar, there's 2 colors, green and red. That's showing you the wind. No rain, no precip. It's showing you where the wind is blowing and how fast it's moving. Green, think green go. Green is going towards the radar. Red is away. So to get a tornado, what is a tornado? It's winds going in opposite, opposing directions. So to get a tornado, you want to see green and red right next to each other in very bright green and very bright red. That's faster wind. So the Tampa radar, for your perspective, is south of there. You see, here's the radar site right here. See it there, just south of the bay. And when you come up here, flip this back to velocity data, and you can see there is some rotation here. The red would be wind blowing away from the radar, so south to north, and the green towards the radar. So this is a very broad area of spin in the atmosphere. It's not strong enough yet to prompt a tornado warning, but there certainly is some rotation here going towards Citrus Park and Carrollwood. That's, again, in the Tampa area. But further up this line, let's take a look at the velocity coming into our area. You see near Bushnell, there's not much rotation at the current moment. All these red areas is wind blowing away from the radar. So south to north. This is all south to north wind in the red. When what you would want to see is little areas along here of spin. Don't see that quite yet. Now let's go up here and take a look at the Jacksonville radar. This will give us a better view of the northern part of this line. Yeah, not seeing any, just giving you my live diagnosis here, not seeing any notable rotation at the current moment. Now, something that may be an impact here is notice how there's all this rain that's forming ahead of the front. The actual cold front is right here. The more rain that forms in this circle ahead of the cold front may act to actually inhibit the severe risk as we go through the afternoon. So as this continues to move east, we'll have to see how that decides to evolve. But here's the fast loop of everything. Let me put a quick track on this for you so you can see the next 45 minutes. I'll track first the arrival time of the rain here. Everything is moving east at about 40 miles an hour. So coming up into Lake Apopka in about 13 minutes. Some other towns for you, Mount Dora within the next 5 minutes. But what we'll be keeping an eye on is this line back here, where that white line is. That line right here, that'll be where the chance of some severe storms exists as that progresses across the state through the afternoon. Arrival time in Orlando, probably about 4 to 5:30. Arrival time, the Space Coast down in Brevard, probably closer to 6. That'll do it for me now on Fox Local. I'll have updates through the afternoon. If any warnings come out, we'll of course bring them to you here, but expect some rain, downpours, and lightning everywhere as we go through the afternoon. Thanks for watching, everybody.